Welcome to the fourth part of our project here using Ichimoku Kinko in trading binary options. And this is the most important part of the project in the sense that we are going to look at trading shorter time frames, in this case the 5-minute chart, but we'll look at the short-term time frames at the medium-term time frames and even at the longer-term time frame. And while you have in front of your eyes the 5-minute chart on the euro dollar current prices, as you can see 132.65, and this is the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo with all its elements, the Chinko, the Tenkan, the Kinjun, and the Cloud. It seems that we are now in a transitory cycle as the bullish cycle ended here. This has been a bearish cycle on the 5-minute chart, and from this moment on we started a transitory cycle with price looking to go on the bullish cycle, still having something like 12 candles multiplied by 5, so a whole 1 hour for price to go there. Now this part of the project, like I mentioned earlier, is the most important one for trading binary options, as it deals with the Ichimoku Kinko Hyo indicator applied exactly for the binary options market. Whenever trading binary options, the main concern a trader has is to look for the best possible setup for the option to expire in the money. If the option is in the money at the expiration date, then this means the option is profitable and the trade was successful. The following are the conditions for a binary options to be considered profitable. Basically, buying calls implies a trader is looking for price to increase, and therefore, in order for the option to be considered profitable, the price at the expiration date should be higher than the striking price, the price the option is actually being bought. And if these conditions are met, then the option is set to expire in the money and it is considered profitable. Buying puts, on the other hand, implies a trader is looking for price to decrease, and therefore, in order for the option to be considered profitable, the price at the expiration date should be lower than the striking price. Hence, the option is actually lower, the price actually, so it should be lower than the striking price. If these conditions are met, then the option is set to expire in the money and it is considered to be profitable. Based on what I mentioned earlier, I wanted to do that introduction in order for you to know exactly what to look for. So based on that, the expiration date is important when trading binary options. It's the most important element, because even if you know and even if you are right with the direction the general market is going, but if exactly at the very moment the expiration date passes, if your binary option is not, if your option is not in the money, then that would not be a winning option. So based on that, the expiration is extremely important, and it should be very difficult and let's say a complicated process to choose the right binary option with the right expiration date. The time frame involved changes the process. The process that should be as easy as possible. On the short-term time frames, like the 5-minute chart, this one here, the shortest dates, the shortest expiration dates are being preferred. And the binary options to trade can be a 60 seconds option. Why 60 seconds option? Because they are having an extremely short expiration date, and depending, for example, so 60 seconds option, depending, for example, if you go on the 5-minute chart here and you see a contracting triangle like it is this one here, a contracting triangle that acts as a reversal, then playing 60 seconds option normally should be the safest side of the trade. However, a lot of brokers offer this option. Nowadays we have also the 2 minutes option, and this is appropriate as well. and it can be traded here, but not higher than the 5-minute chart. Also, options with extremely short expiration dates should be considered. Anything above hourly, I would not consider based on the 5-minute chart. One-touch options work like a charm with ranging, so identifying a range even on the 5-minute chart can be used in trading one-touch options, as ranges are being defined by price constantly crossing a specific level. For example, here this is a 5-minute chart, and you might decide that this is a range. Let me try to find the channel somewhere. So this here, it is a range, as you can see, comes from 132.48 and goes to something like here 132.56. Now you might say, well, this is not a quite a distance to be traded, but if you're looking for ranges, then ranges are to be found during Asian session. So just go on the Asian session, and this is each candle here represents 5-minute chart, so it can be traded for this purpose. So ranges and one-touch options I would recommend for the 5-minute chart during the Asian session, while with the most volatile session of them all, the London session, I would go for the 60 seconds, and with the New York, I would go for short-term expiration like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and even 1 hour, 1 hour expiration days. So 60 seconds, let's say, for London. Then let's play the ranges with the 5-minute chart. We'll play with one-touch options. One touch for Asia, and of course one touch for Asia, and of course to have short expiry, short expiration date, and this should apply for New York. These are the best chances you get in order for finding the binary options to trade in this case for the 5-minute chart. Moving on now to the next recording, please.